Good morning. Welcome to Human Services 143. My name is Linda Gillespie. If you need a title, it's Doctor, but otherwise you can call me Linda. And behind you can see my co-teacher, who sometimes will jump into a video. Anyway, she's decided to locate behind me today. Her name is Rose, and she thinks she's a student in the class or in charge, depending on the day. Anyway, welcome to this class. This is a practicum class. Because we're online, it's not as easy to do the practicum part with volunteer time or hours. So you have 3 major assignments that are 5 points each, which don't sound like much, but for a class that only has 134 points in it, that's quite a few. So you might want to really pay attention to those 3 assignments and prepare for them ahead of time. The first one is in the 4th module, which is an assignment on psychosocial rehabilitation and deals with a case management scene. But when you get to it, if you have a question, don't hesitate to give me a call. The second one is the video, The Wild Child, and you're going to analyze what could have happened to change the life of the wild child had they followed what would be good psychosocial rehabilitation practice. And the third assignment is you have a choice of 2 videos. The one that you can see on Blackboard is the Marie Balter story. The other one would be the movie that was done by Marlo Thomas, Nobody's Child. I like it better. It still follows all the facts, but it's probably more entertaining, and your whole family might get involved in watching it as opposed to just the one that's an educational film. Anyway, those are all coming up in the semester, and they are all 5 points each, and they do give some extra points too for those of you who need some extra points by that time. So be sure you know they're coming, and be sure you read Start Here, which is where everything that you're going to have is located. And so if you don't know when the final is, or if you don't know when an assignment is, check Start Here and read the rules for the class and the goals for the class also. Modules start for you on Thursday, which would be January the 15th, I believe. And so that starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it closes on Tuesday. So your class goes from Thursday until Tuesday. Then there's 2 days in there where I get to grade all the papers and make sure everything's caught up. And you have a chance to call and ask me any questions if you want a second chance at something. And most assignments have it down for 2 choices. So you'll have discussions where you will have an opportunity to present your opinion on a question, and then you will respond to at least one other person. And then you will also have a domain question. All the domains are listed in Start Here, so you'll know what they are. When you take the CASRA USPRA exam, they focus on the domains. And if you look at the titles of those domains, and if you look at your textbook, you should be able to figure out what all of those domains mean, what they are, and you can look them up. So it's the only class that I have ever used a non-essay type of question for an answer. So they're not my answers, they're the answers that come from the people who write the test. So they're practice for you if you choose to go on and take the testing that gives the certification for this particular psychosocial rehabilitation program. The other question you'll have is something from the textbook where you have to do the answer to a question at the end of the chapter. So take a look at that. It pretty much follows that pattern every single week. I welcome your questions. I want you to ask them. You can call me. You have my phone number, my home phone number that is, and you have 2 email addresses for me. So please feel free to call me. There is no makeup work. The only way that you're going to get makeup is if you call and make arrangement why you missed something. And I will call you if I think you should have answered a question differently and are having a problem with it. I'll call you, and I may give you the option of telling me vocally you know, what your answer is and giving you a grade for that. Or, you know, I'll give you an opportunity to go back on Blackboard and redo it. But you need to have a good reason why you didn't do it. Going away on vacation or whatever is not a good excuse. So, you know, but do call and talk to me. I am willing to listen to you. This is not meant to be a punishment. So we'll learn together. And as I say, I welcome your phone calls and any questions that you have, suggestions that you have. And there's always somebody who helps me out by finding any mistakes that I make. And I am not offended if you find a mistake. Call me, let me know, or email me so that I can correct it. Be sure you understand also that all assignments are due on Blackboard. So if you have a problem and don't understand it, there's two things you can do. You can call me and I can walk you through as much as possible, or you can call the help desk at MJC and they will walk you through on how to do your Blackboard assignments if there's a question. And Blackboard does a lot of strange things, so sometimes it's kind of interesting to see what the problems could be. They'll wipe out a whole module and, you know, it's called help, where did it go? And so I have to redo it or whatever. But, you know, don't get angry over it. Just call and let's talk about it and see if we can fix whatever there is. I'm glad you're in here. Some of you I've had before, and I look forward to working with you again. And there is no such thing as a dumb question. It's just not asking it is what's dumb, because I want you to pass this class and I want you to do well. A's do not offend me, and I would love it if everybody got one. So with that, welcome to the new year, and let's enjoy class. Thanks.